Hello, and thanks for visiting Director Survey Pro, the gold standard for board surveys and peer reviews. Fully 90% of DSP's clients to date say they would unhesitatingly recommend others to use this service, and all of the persons who did the ratings are board or corporate governance committee chairs of companies listed on the stock exchange. Director surveys are a key tool that a majority of listed companies have been using to assess the effectiveness and health of their boards of directors. DSP was created in 2020 to provide confidentiality, speedy delivery of results, and superior reporting formats, as well as insightful interpretations of the findings. Questionnaires and reports are tailor-made for clients, which cover many industries. And importantly, the complete results of the survey are delivered vastly more quickly than any competing product. That is within 2 days, and this chart shows that all clients state that this promise of 2-day delivery has been kept. We're going to discuss how the service works, addressing the 3 main deliverables: collective board surveys, skills gap analysis, and director peer reviews. We'll also look at how this service assures confidentiality, how we go about interpreting the results of the surveys, how we price the product transparently, and finally, how to take the next steps to contact us. First, we'll show how the collective board surveys work. After the questions and areas to be rated are finalized, including which committees and executives are to be included, questionnaires are sent to directors electronically. On the screen are extracts from 3 sections of an illustrative questionnaire. After each question, responders have the ability to provide comments if they wish, and these comments are included in the reports and taken into account when interpreting the results. And here you'll see that clients all found that it was easy for respondents to go through the process and that DSP conducted it all efficiently, very much so in fact, and all responded that due consideration of the time of the client's own staff was properly respected. Now we'll have a quick look at some of the types of reports DSP can produce. First, the collective board survey. Separating the answers of executive and non-executive directors is often done, and this is highly recommended, as each group tends to have different perspectives. You can see averages for each section of the collective board survey in this chart, with the gradings on the left being color-shaded. All of the DSP reports can have this color scheme where green indicates the best result and red the worst. The average grade in the board conduct section, for example, was 3.92 by the executive directors and 3.44 for the non-executive directors. And this is also shown in the spider chart. These 2 reporting formats allow the readers to quickly identify trouble spots and also, of course, where things are going well. In this second chart, we can see what made up the average of the board conduct segment of the survey and where the views of the executive and non-executive directors converged or digressed in both the color-coded graphic and the spider chart. Now, let's look at the skills gap analysis as perceived by the directors at the time of the survey. First, directors indicate how important selected skills are to the board, from critical to not now needed, and they also grade how adequately the board members are collectively skilled for the purpose, ranging from excellent to poor. The results are shown in this hypothetical case, and you can see, for instance, that whilst finance is considered to be adequately covered, cyber, with a 3.5 requirement, being between a critical and desirable skill needed by the board, has only fair coverage, and this gap might therefore need attention. Again, a spider chart with the same information provides another view that some prefer. Now let's take a look at the peer review process and reports. This is a survey that seeks the opinions of directors about their own and their peers' performances. Usually, there are about 10 evaluative criteria. Criteria 3 and 4 are on the screen, and directors merely choose the appropriate circle to grade each of the directors as well as themselves between outstanding and poor. The peer review responses are compiled, and we'll show some illustrations of the reports generated. On the screen is a summary report that is sent to the chair of the corporate governance committee or equivalent, or to the board chair. As you can see, the color coding quickly helps to identify what needs attention. Each individual director gets a 3-page report showing how he or she was rated. In this first chart, it's shown that for Criterion 2, 3 directors rated this director as being fully satisfactory, and 3 rated the director as being outstanding. If prior ratings are available, there can be a chart showing how the director has performed at each date, but this chart is done even if there is no prior comparison. And finally, the director gets a report that better enables him or her to understand how the average score is computed. Here we see that clients were happy with all reports and expectations, which were high, were invariably met and even exceeded. Confidentiality is a fundamental concern. 1. Because directors need to be confident that they can frankly rate their peers without jeopardizing relationships. And 2. Because director survey results are sensitive information that could harm a corporate reputation in the hands of a hostile party. To address the first concern, even DSP will not know the identity of any rater, and even if by chance this was so, DSP would not reveal it, even to the client. And to address both concerns, the owner and operator of DSP, whose resume is on the website directorsurveypro.com, is a chartered accountant bound by professional ethics that include keeping the affairs of clients confidential. Additionally, a secure communication system is used through Proton, using end-to-end encryption and passwords. And all clients were satisfied that the process was conducted confidentially. Now to the question of cost. All companies, no matter how big, benefit from the same transparent pricing system. The pricing is on the basis of how many questions and how many directors there are. And a price estimate is easy to compute using the calculator on the website directorsurveypro.com. A substantial discount can be arranged if more than one company in a group uses the service, going all the way up to 1/3 in ideal circumstances. And all DSP clients say that they received proper value for the cost of the service. Next, we'll talk about the interpretation of the results of the collective board survey and skill gap analysis. DSP is well equipped to interpret the survey results given the experience of the proprietor, a 30-plus year board member or chairman in the private and public sectors, and a former senior partner of PricewaterhouseCoopers, who traveled the world doing corporate finance projects. And his short resume, now on the screen, can be viewed on the website at your leisure. As the chart at the top left of the screen shows, all clients found the interpretive comments to have met or exceeded their high expectations in terms of being useful and incisive. So, to conclude, thank you for being here, and do feel free to make contact to discuss this service at this email or these phone numbers. Enjoy the rest of the conference.